Whether this is a take or not, I gotta go, babe. I gotta put this back on a charger. It's disrespectful. You burning the phone out. I got it for way more hours. Anyway, are you ready, sweetheart? One last thing I want to say to the people on the streets. Recently came to my attention. Yes.
And then as I grew older and as I experienced all these things, you know, murder trials, shootings, high-speed chases, and then you see when you come out the other end of it, you're like, what's it all for? What did I prove? Let everybody know what I experienced, the enlightenment that I'm going through, and I will be going back to the mainline prison. And so, but to tell the youngsters, that's the main thing. These kids are getting fooled with these fake articles or these older homeboys that are misleading them about this being glorious or respect. It's none of that. You're going to be left. This is the losing proposition. All that gang, I'm telling you, that's a dead-end street, and you're not going to be successful because they got it sold up.
Gangs were referring to criminal groups on the streets, but some say there are gangs right inside the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Vikings, Reapers, Regulators, Little Devils, Cowboys, 2,000 and 3,000 boys, Jump Out Boys, and most recently, Banditos and Executioners. I am absolutely sickened by the mere allegation of any deputy hiding behind a badge to hurt anyone.
Sheriff Villanueva admits the Banditos controlled the East LA station. Sheriff Villanueva admits the Banditos controlled the East LA station at the time of the Kennedy Hall attack. An off-duty party turned ugly. Older deputies, members of the Banditos, attacking a group of younger non-Bandito deputies.
At the moment I was being overpowered. So I did feel like I was going to be killed.
The Banditos with matching tattoos of a skeleton in a sombrero with a shotgun.
It's kind of hard to know exactly what this means. The sheriff has made comments in the past that were false, blatantly false about the Banditos gang.
Sheriff Villanueva, however, says he will not ask all sworn personnel, including members of his own command staff, if they have tattoos.
Absolutely should have been criminal action. We don't blame the district attorney because they can only rely on what the sheriff's department gives them, and the sheriff's department gave them a fake report.
So when this happened, it was tough to tell my family. They not only do I have to worry about the actual criminals on the street, I have to worry about my own partners now. So I'm always looking behind my back.
If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
I want to say, I want to go back to state prison so I can let people know, man, selling drugs is a straight losing proposition. The police have that sewed up, and trust me, they're getting all the money and they're reaping the end reward of giving you more time for it. That's what they're doing. Just as John Gotti Jr. wrote about in his article that came out in the Men's Journal, and Exhale's Angel member George Christie explained in his book, there's true corruption and manipulation going on. And you know who they are? They'll be the ones who hear my words and try to discredit me by calling me a drug addict, drug dealer, monster, and serial killer who needs to die. But only those hiding behind a false front have anything to worry about. What the corrupt need to worry about is their police co-workers throwing them under the bus. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to the state to let everybody know this whole thing has been a fraud. Everything that we've been doing, you think that you're getting paid with a little bit of money. You ain't doing nothing, but you're enriching the police, and you're putting bodies in jail, and you're a part of the clog of the wheel, man. And they're manipulating like a mouse on a wheel. And you're not getting nowhere. We ended up with nothing. We don't have nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's a losing. That anybody that's promoting that is got problems. And I that's why I want to go back to state prison and let everybody know due to the falseness of what's going on and the twisted, tainted aspect of this whole life that we've been living. It's redundant. It's not even getting nowhere anywhere. I mean, you're being a target. You're just like a commodity for the police and for the Justice Department. That's all you are. You ain't going for a couple of crumbs. Oh, they're getting paid. Believe that. They're getting money for keeping you in prison. They're getting money. They're reselling the drugs. They're doing all that, and then they're breaking you out for more time in prison so they can ask the public for more money. Yeah, that's why I want to go back I want to go back and educate all the people what we found out on this case. That's what I want to do. And that's what I am going to do.
He was moonlighting by providing protection for drug runners.
Collins worked in county services for the Sheriff's Department and was also part of the Sheriff's ex-offenders rehabilitation program.
Hey, I want to explain something to the people out there, just to give my thoughts on something that I came across. I'm reading this book by this author named Yuval Noah Harari. It's called Homo Deus. It's about the evolution of mankind. And so I'm reading this book, and it tells about how everything evolved with humans and how we domesticated animals for personal relationships and companionship, and how we domesticated farm animals. And so when I came across this article, I see these pigs in these pens, and it talks about this experiment these scientists did with these two little piglets and taught them how to play video games. They used their snout on the joysticks and actually challenged each other in this video game. Well, I was blown away with that because I've always been, I thought pigs were dumb. But this guy in his book explains how all mammals have intelligence to a certain degree, and they're just like humans almost. They have emotions, they're happy, sad, and they're all mammals that suckle on their mother when they're born. These pigs and these cows, once they're born, they're taken from their mothers, and they're putting these little pins. I mean, these pins, you should see them, there's millions of them. They're just standing straight up, and they live their entire lives in this thing. And so this is what gave me an epiphany, and I was like, I need to tell about the people through my experience and my enlightenment, because this is what I mean. People don't understand what enlightenment is. Just something you come across, new knowledge that changes your perception on things. So from my own experiences being up at Pelican Bay and being in a shoe for, over 20 years, locked up in a little closet with sensory deprivation, as soon as I see these pictures of how they treat these animals, I'm thinking, oh man, they're torturing these, and that's what it is. Now, whether it's legitimate, and I know people are like, well, we got to eat, and that's true. So, people are going to have their own, someone from the street that really doesn't know the facts about that, because I really didn't know how they treated all those animals until I just read this book and seen what they went through. And so, this is one of the reasons why I chose not to eat meat. It's just because I could empathize with what they're doing. So, someone on the street, though, I could understand with their reality. Even though we're all living on the same plane, I'm experiencing different things. So I'm not going to have the same beliefs as other people, and that person's not going to have the same beliefs as me. But so, is he right or am I right? So, what happens is, and this goes to all subjects, this is where all the problems come from between us. Just like, okay, so this dude's, he's like, I'm eating meat, man. Forget those animals. They're stupid. They eat, he has a right to breathe that. But so, do I put him down? You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. They're torturing these animals, and then he's just like, you're soft. It goes back and forth. You're trying to push your agenda and your beliefs, your reality, when we're all living different realities. You can't do. That's why they'll never ever fix these things. And people start looking at everything in that light. That even though people are saying this, you can't understand it. Because they're saying these things or believing these things because they lived a different reality. They see things differently. Doesn't mean they're right or wrong. That's what they believe wholeheartedly. Now, because I put it together with the same thing with these, because I see these vaccinations fights and.
Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting? Hey! Who? Hey! Who are you protecting? Someone tell me right now who you're protecting.
And that's the way it is. People are going to have different beliefs. That's it. So fighting each other, you're just knocking your head on the wall. You're literally not going to go nowhere. It's not going to solve anything. Just like anything, I don't want to eat meat, someone wants to eat. It doesn't matter. This is where all the, and I was thinking, even in my own situation, on my case, you have this belief in this reality that you think's real at the time. And then as I grew older and as I experienced all these things, murder trials, shootings, high-speed chases, and then you see when you come out the other end of it, you're like, what's it all for? What did I prove? And these things are embedded in you. You're conditioned to think these things. And by your older homeboys, people you look up to, and see, but now, like me and my co-defendants that are left here, we had Donald Popeye Mazza was someone that's well known in Orange County, highly respected, looked up to, and everybody believed that about him. He was in a band. I mean, everybody loved him. And now he's working with the government, debriefing. He's in a serious from telling everything that he knows about every crime in Orange County. Whoever he knows that if someone did something, he's telling on them. So I mean, so the reality we thought before he did that, it wasn't real. So we're actually living these realities, or not. At the time you believe it, and you're carrying your life in that aspect. But it's you're conditioned to believe that, because it's not. It comes to be it's not true. Okay, and the same thing like Travis Burhoff and all that are telling on the case now. So this thing that we're involved in is fake too. It's not even real. It's because like, if these people are going to betray everybody, then nothing that stood for was meaningful. These people live in a different reality than so. That's what I thought about this morning. I'm thinking that's what's going on. Everybody's seeing. You think that because that's how people are. You just like arrogance and ego that everybody sees life like I do, and so if they're doing something that I don't believe in, they got to be right. I got to smash them and put them down. So. But the main thing was I wanted to the sheriff, like we're sitting in here, you think that you're representing us. Me and my co-defendants are here broke. They'll talk about we got millions of dollars. That's all fake news, man. So it is what it is. What I'm saying. So, but people that see these articles and they see, so they begin to believe a different reality. These dudes got money. These dudes, people are looking out for them. They got these orders. No, it's nothing like that. It's make believe. So, but my whole thing was, people are going to have free will and going to do what they want to do. And, instead of switching on people and taking off, I'm trying to tell people the truth. Stay right here. Let everybody know what I experienced, the enlightenment that I'm going through. And I will be going back to the mainline prison.
See, that's the thing. We got a lot of lions out there in those neighborhoods. Drug dealers, killers, whatever you want to call yourself. And I want you to know, King, you special. You misguided, but you special. I know you grew up without a father and your mother left you and nobody ever loved you and nobody ever told you can be anything, and you believed it. But I want to tell you this, that you are phenomenal. You are a king. You come from royal blood. You stand on the tip top of the pyramids. You are royalty, king. You are a light. You are a star. The question is, do you believe you are?
And so, but to tell the youngsters, that's the main thing. These kids are getting fooled. You're going to be left. This is the losing proposition. All that gang, I'm telling you, that's a dead-end street, and you're not going to be successful because they got it sewed up. All those gang members on the street, or even wherever, it doesn't matter, actually need to come together. Everybody has to meet each other halfway. And I'm telling you, there's enough to go around for everybody. Everybody don't have to put it, but so the people that are doing the insulting and trying to bully everybody or trying to talk people into doing things, that's the enemy. Those are the people that got some kind of they've been abused. They have some kind of problem in their own life. So you only see what you see. They probably went through something completely different.
Keep 15 shots fired. Keep 15 shots fired. Keep 15 shots fired. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Don't move.
Those people that are spinning the negativity, this is where it's like a wheel. It just keeps going around and around once you react to it. But I'm telling you, the whole thing is everybody, if people want true respect and power, they need to come together. Because when it comes all down to you need to follow your own instinct. Which you're a sovereign individual, man. You have to follow your will, and you won't go wrong. If you try to follow someone else's way of thinking, you're following their reality, which is different than yours. It's not going to get you nowhere. You're going to end up in a wreck. And I'm telling you, anybody that's doing all that, you're going to end up just like us, strained up in here with everybody telling on you. They got this too sewed up.
Collins and a total of 3 others were arrested after allegedly agreeing to provide security for transport from Pasadena to Las Vegas, 20 kilos of cocaine, 6 kilos of methamphetamine along with cash. They wanted to be paid $250,000. During their investigation, agents say Collins allegedly told an undercover FBI agent working the case that we're cops and all of our transports make it through.
I know what I am, but I'm not hiding in disguise, nor am I a liar. I have nothing to hide. I'm a convicted killer doing 65 years of life. We just want to send word to all the prisoners and all gang members statewide. Our true power is coming together. That's what they fear. That old school way is played out. The enemy has too much money and too many informants. Their only hope is to keep us fighting each other and turning their corrupt machine for them. But I have a solution. If we come together, we can have respect and power through our unity. I'm talking legit power.
The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
And but what we need to do now, I'm going to try to come up with a nonprofit organization. We're going to research it and try to bring this into being, and then we can get all the prisoners registered, all their family members, all their friends, and use that as a voting block to start having our electing our own officials back in our own elected officials in the office, wherever. It will be completely transparent. We'll get somebody from each county to be on this board, the committee board, once we figure out how to do this, and we will help those get elected who actually campaign and promise to help the people, not just unions and the big business interests. This is the only way to end the corruption and regain the power for the people. We can build a powerful coalition together. It's about the people, all the people, not just for those with money.
I gotta go. I'm not hanging up. Oh, yeah, the phone. See, hey, sweetheart.
I am more of my generational curses. I am more than my drug addict father. I am more than my incarcerated uncle. No, I'm not better than them, but I want to do better for them. I want to give our last name a legacy that will be remembered forever. That when people speak of it, people will smile automatically. See, this type of greatness I'm talking about when I die, they can't even fit another body in the church. Because what I gave the world.